Hello and welcome to Forever Rugby on Forever Sport. And some breaking news. The Stormers have signed former Sharks and current ex-Chiefs lock RUBEN van Heerden. The 25-year-old has left the Premiership and will be coming back to join the Stormers, which is a massive signing for the Stormers because they are so short in the lock position. And I think RUBEN van Heerden is an absolutely, really a proper player. He's 25 years old, many years ahead of him. Brings a lot of physicality, brings a lot of experience, and was a big loss for me. I think the Sharks would very much like to have kept him. Stands at 2 meters tall, 118 kgs, and interesting to see that sort of. Once again, we're seeing players coming back down to South Africa, and I think literally, if you had to ask the Stormers the one position that I'd really like to bring somebody in, it was in the lock position. So I think it's pretty much a match made in heaven. Before we sort of discuss a little bit about the deal, please do smash like on the video and subscribe to the channel as well. So, ex-Chiefs have actually announced this deal very recently, within the last sort of hour, and basically, this was actually his first season. He signed last summer from the Sharks, and he's now returning. And the Chiefs director of rugby, Rob Baxter, said, obviously it's a tough decision for everyone involved. RUBEN came and saw me a week ago or so and said he felt he hadn't quite fitted in how he'd like to. He also got married recently, and I think his wife hadn't quite settled either. I think English rugby and the club wasn't quite what he expected to be, and was very open and honest about it, and said he didn't feel he was playing to his potential because wrapping it up, he was just homesick. He had no interest to go to another club. He only wanted to go home, and he asked if he could look for opportunities in South Africa, which he did. Basically saying, and then basically goes on to say, ex-Chiefs, don't want a player there that doesn't want to be there. For example, but look, I mean, from an ex-Chiefs point of perspective, it's not good. They're losing a lot of players. A lot of people are sort of leaving the side, and this is just another blow for them. But from a Stormers perspective, perfect type of player. They've needed somebody to really bolster that tight five, and I think it's a really good signing. And interesting, I think also, to see that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. And I think this is a bit of a word of warning maybe to some younger players, where you can get these big deals and you can go and sign. Obviously, the money's better. Chances are whatever you got paid at ex-Chiefs was more than you just got paid at Sharks. Could very well be more than what he's going to earn at the Stormers as well. But just the fact that it doesn't always work. We've seen some South Africans go overseas and thrive. Jasper Wiese was never on the Springbok radar before he went to Leicester Tigers. And now look at him. Tyron Green, for example, Andre Esterhuizen. These are players who have sort of ignited their careers by going overseas. But some players, they've struggled. And some players, it hasn't always been the grass is green on the other side. And I think it's an interesting thing for younger players to think about when they do go overseas, if they look to go overseas, to make sure that the environment, the club, the project that you're going to is one that you're going to suit. Make sure that the place you're going to is one that you can settle in and that you can see yourself living. And maybe the players need to be going overseas and looking at the sort of where they're going, and not just blindly signing for these clubs. I'm not saying that RUBEN van Heerden did, but I think some juniors do, for example, blindly sign for these clubs. They don't know what the environment's like. They don't know what to expect. They get there, and all of a sudden, it's a bit of a shock to the system. So, it'll be interesting to sort of see how this sort of move and these sort of players who want to come back do influence players who are looking to currently go. But it's a massive boost for the Stormers, and I think he's going to become a very important part of what is a very good side. And I think that John Dobson and his team are very much improving players. And if he's a player, I think with some good work and some good form, could find himself in the Springbok colours. I genuinely think he could be. But let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you think it's a good signing, bad signing? Are you excited as a Stormers fan? I want to know what you think down in the comments below. Please do smash like on the video. Please do subscribe to the channel as well. Thank you very much for watching. My name is Steven. I'll chat to you soon.